Good morning, John.
Good morning, Hank. Actually, that was 2-0 energy. Let's have them do it.
What happened? I did a testicle flop.
You're gonna be the first person to ever drown of testicle pain.
I'm sorry. I thought I'm in a fetal position. You can't pants me.
But there is one important way that Hank is different from what we might expect, and it's this. Hank Green loves to sleep. I haven't seen someone sleep this much since the last time I hung out with a 3-day-old. So I'll say, "Hey Hank, do you want to go to the beach?" And he'll say, and then I'll say, "Hey Hank, do you want to go play tennis? I heard they have tennis courts." And then he'll say, and then I'll say, "Hey Hank, do you want to go fishing in the ocean?" And he'll say, "All right, but only if I get to sleep on the boat." I think we have to consider the possibility that the Weather Channel is doing sleep deprivation tests on Hank.
You know what I hate? When people are like looking over your shoulder when you're doing something, like when you're making a video and you know that they're there like watching you do something.
Say hello to the Nerd Fighter.
Hello, Nerd Fighter.
Give them some of your wisdom.
The only problem was
It seems to me that that's one of those things that sounds profound until you actually break it down, and it means nothing. Good morning, Hank.
Good morning, John.
Thanks for filming my vlog for me today.
I'm gonna edit it too, so you sound like an idiot.
Yes. So Catherine and I, Hank's wife, is traveling with us, and we play a game called Cows, which is where when Catherine and I are both sitting in the front seat, you wait to see a cow and he's a cow. And then if you win, it's because you got there first. And I have been completely dominated by Catherine, who has some kind of like cow spawning gene. There was about 30 minutes where they were both asleep in the morning, where I totally dominated at cows. I was up like 7-0. I didn't want to wake them up, so I'd be very quiet. I'd just be like, cows.
Talking about funhouse.
Oh yeah! Cheetah time! Library elevator!
The mouse is hungry
For knowledge.
Oh, good morning, Hank.
Good morning, John.
It's Wednesday, I think. We're in Westport, Connecticut. We just got to the hotel and we are unpacking all of the current Nerd Fighter gifts, including an extra large World's Best Grandma shirt.
Perfect size for John Green.
Well, I don't know if you remember the book, but in the book it's too big, so it makes sense that it would be too big. But thanks for pointing out that I'm fat.
Girl there on the dance floor and I don't know how to reach her. Now heterosexuality's not my defining feature. They said skinny jeans and cardigans were the only way to go. But now it seems that Oxfam employees are not the ones who know just how it works.
Do you know anything about hot cockles? Hot cockles is not for contemporary life. So one person is blindfolded, there are a bunch of people in a room, and then one of the people who isn't blindfolded hits the person who is blindfolded, and then the blindfolded person has to guess who hit them.
So if you want to be sneaky about it, you're like, "Oh, that was Sarah."
That was definitely Sarah. For some reason associated almost exclusively with Christmas.
And why is it hot and cockly?
Why don't you do it?
So Hank, what's DFTBA?
DFTBA is an acronym.
No, it isn't. It is not an acronym. Acronyms are pronounceable. It is an initialism.
Okay. So we're giving you some lead time this time. You have 3 weeks before December 17th to plan and execute your video, and we'll be announcing more things in the future. So we'll give you
That was very eloquent at the end, particularly. I'm moved. And for those of you who don't know what the Project for Awesome is, we're putting videos. And for those of you who don't know what the Project for Awesome, and for those of you who don't know much about the Project for, and for those of you who don't know what the Project for Awesome video, I've said this 45 times.
DFT.BA/EllenHardcastle. Or possibly not.
Another moment, that night people were so psyched to hear you play at the concert that I briefly forgot that you are a huge nerd, but then I was able to call to mind these pictures, which reminded me of the nerdmanity.
You didn't change the poster.
Oh, sorry, I can fix that.
Bam, done.
This is, I mean, it's a bit obnoxious.
Is it? Is that too forward? I don't know what happens if you go to that link.
What's your favorite thing about each other?
I like this part.
Totally creepy. It just inspired a very unfortunate generation of fan fiction writers.
I think there's gonna be a Facebook fan page for this part.
I was giving them some of that part.
Oh,
So that they could make their
I
screen
found
count.
something up on my ceiling
No.
that I should know about.
Look at that. Right, you have Kermit up there.
He's just, my household god.
I mean, that's where I have Padre Pio. I have a Roman Catholic saint and you have Kermit.
I figured Padre Pio was a soccer player. Just assumed.
Someone said to me, like, the surgery's no big deal. After you get it, you'll feel like you did 1,000 crunches. And I was like, well, I mean, I have no idea how that would feel, but it sounds horrible.
The thing is, will you look like you did 1,000 crunches?
No, that's the other thing.
That would totally be worth it.
They remove your gallbladder and install an 8-pack.
Initialism.
DFTBA. Awesome. Hank.
Aww. George Washington. Is what Hank reminds me of. I remind myself of George Washington. I don't know if you've ever known, I'm a really good general.
Then we have a quick meeting with Hank Song.
Hello, this is Hank Sock. Backstage for the show. A little nervous, but a lot of people out there. I can see them through the crack of the curtain.
We just noticed this is an actual Picasso print. Pretty unbelievable. There's like...
It's not even nailed down. I love how the things in this hotel are not nailed down.
You could just take it.
There's a certificate of authenticity.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
Oh my...
Seated woman, author, Pablo Picasso.
Hank, you're holding a Picasso while eating Pringles.
First.
You're retiring and becoming a professional art thief. No more tour to nerd fighting for you.
This is really easy. I never thought art thievery would be so easy. Good morning, John! Oh, God, please. It's Friday! Oh, God, I had 4 hours of sleep last night. All I want you to do is record a very quiet video. It's a simple request.
Can you hold this camera?
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Where would you like me to hold it?
Both of us at
All
boxing.
right.
You don't need a bigger tube.
It's all the tube you need.
Yeah, it's just like the internet.
How is it just like the internet?
We should always want bigger tubes.
You know, in these Thoughts and Places videos, I always try to draw out some tortured metaphor, but that's the worst one yet.
Table Topics wants to know, do you live more in the past, the present, or the future?
I live entirely in the present.
Like people do.
Is that a question intended to suss out Time Lords? Where they'll be like, oh, I've been caught. Hank, what is your favorite game of all time? The Game of Thrones. Kind of.
So for those of you who don't know, Esther Earl was a nerd fighter that we met at the first LeagueCon.
Who we met.
That we met.
Yeah, who?
So for those of you who don't know, Esther Earl was a nerd fighter who we met in, I almost said it again. So for those of you who don't know, Esther Earl was a nerd fighter that... That's just how we talk now.
No, it's not. I know. I refuse to accept the proliferation of that when one means who. Did you, Hank, ever cry to one of John's books?
Yes. I looked at it and I cried to it.
I also have cried to one of John's books.
Danny wants to know, how come Dave Green is never in the video?
Who's Dave?
The third unsuccessful brother. Dave has been made up by a Tumblr.
How did this happen? I didn't even know about it. Suddenly I have an imaginary brother.
How you doing, Hank? Well, so it kind of, it was a great premiere that we had. But, okay, Hank.
We rehearsed, and now John is off to do an ear biscuit. I need a moral of the story. What's the moral of the story?
The moral of the story is that your ability to come up with new ideas and execute them continues to astonish me. But not in a good way, really. More in an overwhelmed way, so don't say... Henry and I were just making Legos.
Yeah,
so
like,
fun.
yeah. Father-son thing.
He wasn't really doing anything.
Right, you made Legos.
And he was like, go, Dad, do it. And then he would be like, that's the bad guy. And I'd be like, I don't know. I mean, aren't villains complicated? Isn't, we don't know that person's backstory. We need to learn to imagine them complexly. And Henry would say, he's really bad. Have you ever seen an advertisement for Don's Guns in Indianapolis?
No, I don't live in Indianapolis.
He sells guns, and at the end of the commercial, he says, I don't want to make any money. I just love to sell guns.
Basically,
That's how I feel about hoodies. Who's better at rhyming?
I don't know, but I have pretty good timing.
Sorry, I was trying to think of a rhyme for timing. I just didn't get there. Diming? Fliming? Climbing? It took me a minute. Hank might be better.
I have not gotten you a formal present. Instead, I want to tell you that I will get you anything you want.
I want a full mountain.
I cannot buy you a mountain. I don't have the resources. What about a project? It depends on the project. I don't want to do a project that I don't want to do.
What a surprise.
But it is your birthday.
John Green doesn't want to do things he doesn't want to do.
I have a long-standing opposition to doing things that I don't want to do.
Yeah, so thank you, giant corporations, for your presents, making everything so fancy. Stay in YouTube, but be cool about it. That's all we ask.
I'm proud of VidCon.
Hey guys, we're trying to vlog here.
This is a question that I don't think you'll find particularly difficult, Hank. Would you rather have a goat eat your ear, or would you rather eat a goat's ear?
How is that even a question?
It's like the old question, would you rather eat 5 pine cones or poop 1? Like, as unpleasant as it would be to eat 5 pine cones, obviously, that's the better option.
I'd rather eat a goat's ear than any other part of a goat, because you could take the goat's ear and it would be fine.
Not fine. How would you feel if you were earless? Hank, can you please describe the meaning of life from the perspective of a chicken?
Oh no, I hit restart by accident. Oh, panic. How do I stop this process? Henry is right behind the camera, and I just asked him if the video was funny, and he said no. So I'm concerned. So Hank, can you do something funny?
It's like... He laughed.
Alright, the video's funny again.
Hey, can you rename one of your favorite books by replacing one word with potato?
Red potato. The fault in our potatoes.
I'm quite fond of Their Eyes Were Watching Potatoes.
Who would win in a fight, Andrew Jackson or Theodore Roosevelt?
Can you just say that right?
Who would win in a fight, Andrew Jackson? Who?
Alright, Hank, write an autobiography in 5 words. I guess mine would probably be, is this mole a concern? Good morning, Hank. It's Tuesday. It's Question Tuesday, the day that I answer real questions from real nerd fighters about Pokemons and monkey turtles. Oh, and look, it's a reunion video. We're all here together in the desert.
I don't know what monkey turtles are.
I also didn't know what a monkey turtle was, so I asked Alice, and she said it's a monkey that turns into a turtle.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. For why?
Oh, I asked her that, and she said, for protection. Then I asked Alice how big monkey turtles were, and she said 100 big.
Big,
Well,
actually.
or not.
It's true.
It depends on if it's millimeters.
You need to learn units. Talking to Alice is like talking to a not very good AI.
Hank, what are your best first aid tips?
Call the doctor.
No, apply pressure to the wound.
What if there's no wound? Just apply pressure. Pressure.
That's, I can confirm that's unpleasant. We're about to go on stage before our rehearsal show, and I'm super stressed out, and Hank's just like chilling.
I'm looking at how many people in the United States are named Caroline. 138,000.
Of course that's what you're doing.
Oh!
What is it?
It's a sunshade for your car!
Oh god. The great thing about this also is that it serves as a theft deterrent because nobody wants to rob this car.
John, what would you do inside a whale?
Oh, panic. How did I get there? Did I get swallowed?
Yeah, like what part of the whale am I in?
Right.
If I like next to the butt, can I get out the butt?
Whale hearts are big enough that you can probably be in the whale aorta.
Yeah, and then whale, and then it's a bad day for the whale.
Right, the whales have
Because I can't swim that fast, and I just get caught downstream, like in one of the junctions, right in the nuts.
Do whales have nuts?
No, in my nuts. The blood vessels split, and my legs go on either side.
Oh,
and I'm
yeah.
Like,
How do you do the splits?
And also, yes, whales have nuts.
Great. Good to know.
They're on the inside.
And people say you don't learn anything from Vlogbrothers video. Oh. I mean, that was almost my favorite drink of the night.
I remember when I was a young man, my mama took me to the store
Hank,
and I was
get a hold of yourself, for God's sake.
Brock, can you be in a video?
What do you want me to do?
I'm just asking your permission to put your face in the video.
because it's not that big of a deal at all.
Okay.
I said, yeah, so see it out there somewhere.
They're gonna have to like prep him.
Right.
And it's gonna be like, so who's this guy who's interviewing me? And they're like, well, actually, he made a video about you in a pecan orchard while wearing his own face on his torso.
That was my Joe Biden dance. That was just for Joe. No one else gets to enjoy it.
I mean, this is a really good business idea for anyone out there who wants it. Uber, but for getting songs out of my head.
What you have invented is like Hootie and the Blowfish comes over and is like, I only want to be with you. And then you're like, well, I guess Don't Stop Me Now is gone.
It's not actually. I just, the moment you said Don't Stop Me Now, I was like, Don't Stop Me Now.
There's some glitter on your face, I'm sorry.
Oh, it's from the poster, and I'm not going to apologize for it.
All right, well, I'll just leave it there.
Also, I was snuggling with Alice, and she is always just like covered in glitter.
There's more glitter. There's some right here.
It's fine. I mean, it's just part of being Alice's dad.
I was jealous of your eyewear, so I'm putting on my Cinnamon Toast Crunch sleep mask.
I'm gonna put on this fanny pack. These are socks. I can't see anything. Where's the fanny pack?
I don't know. I also can't see anything.
Ready? The music is making it very hard.
It feels like we should be slow dancing.
What is the best advice you ever got from your kid?
Sometimes Oren will say, feel happy.
That's good. That's helpful. One time one of my kids said, it's just YouTube. Hey Google, who is the longest lived of the Bronte siblings?
Charlotte Bronte. According to iLab, Charlotte Bronte, the most famous of the Bronte sisters, died the 31st of March 1855. The one who lived the longest and the sister who died first were buried side by side in a crypt located in the Hayward Church. But they lived forever in English literary history.
Not forever. That's not how it works, people.
Which is why
I wrote, he made stuff with John.
Oh God, that's so nice!
that I try not to say too much just with my clothes. And if you want to get to know me, man, we're gonna have to talk so that you can find out who I am. Yeah, we're gonna have to talk so that you can find out who I am. Oh, we're gonna have to talk so that you can find out who I am.